and welcome back to Ethical Explorer. Okay, so I was thinking about how I should first go about trying to explore whether or not the portrayal of teens in pornography is ethical or not. And to me, the best way to figure that out, or begin to figuring that out, is, well, turn to the legal system. What does Canadian law say about stuff like this? To act in a sexually explicit way in some sort of media, you need to be in the age of majority, so 18 and over. There are exceptions for children to be allowed to act explicitly within the media, but it has to go through a court process, and during that process it needs to be proven that it is for like an artistic or educational purpose. So portrayal of teens is, well, I guess first of all they're within the age of majority, but if they weren't, definitely not an artistic or educational purpose. Technically, the portrayal of teens within pornography is legal. The Criminal Code of Canada, and under section 163.1 is where they discuss child pornography. I'll link you to it down in the doobly-doo. Basically, the most relevant point within that section to what I'm trying to explore is the fact that you don't actually have to be underage for it to be considered child porn. So, if you are 18 and older and are portraying someone who is under that age and is performing these explicit acts, that actually can be considered child porn too. So when I first read that, I was a little worried that I had maybe clicked on something illegal and I would be getting in trouble and maybe sent to jail for a minimum of 14 days, I learned. But then I realized something. They had found a loophole of sorts. The websites themselves, they don't explicitly ever tell you how old the actors are. Like, when they're playing them, they don't go, oh, today is like my 16th birthday and now I want to fornicate with you. But they just visually appear young. So I mean, like when I was wearing necklaces in the first video, I may be wearing necklaces that belong normally to smaller children, but I'm not saying I am a small child, which is kind of what they are doing, I think, in these videos. And that's how they make the illusion, right? So I don't think I'm going to jail, which is a good thing, because that would be bad. My parents would not like that. And I also noticed that they do say, a couple of the websites I had browsed through, I noticed at the very bottom or at the very top in small font that all of the actors were 18 and over. So if you weren't looking for it, you could let that illusion let the youthful illusion just fill you up. But if you were looking for it because you were worried, there it is, just to remind you, it's legal. Whew. So, the portrayal of teenagers in pornography is legal, but it's riding a very fine line. Because of that, I think it's, I wouldn't know, I can't say if it's okay or not. Is teen pornography alright? Or portrayal of teens in pornography okay? Legally, yes, but because it's so close to a no, very tricky indeed.